Buckle up, everyone, because today we're diving headfirst into the wild world of AI. We've got a mountain of incredible research to unpack, covering everything from mind-blowing cost reductions to AI that can write quantum physics demos in minutes.
The pace of innovation is just remarkable right now.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So are you ready to see what the future holds?
Oh, absolutely. We'll be exploring advancements from major players like Doubao, NVIDIA, and DeepSeek R1. Plus, we'll take a look at how the EU is trying to navigate this whole new landscape.
Perfect. Let's jump right in. First up, let's talk about Doubao.
Okay.
They're making headlines with their latest model, the 1.5 Pro, which is supposedly 10 times cheaper to run than GPT-4.
Wow.
Can you imagine the impact if powerful AI suddenly became accessible to practically everyone?
It's a potential game changer for sure. Doubao achieved this through a really clever architectural approach called a sparse mixture of experts, or MOE for short. Think of it like having a team of specialized AI experts.
Okay.
And each expert is only activated when their specific skill set is needed.
So instead of one giant AI brain trying to handle everything, you have a team of smaller, more focused brains working together.
Exactly.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
This targeted activation means the model uses way less computing power and energy, which leads to those dramatic cost savings. We're talking about bringing the cost down to a mere 0.0008 per 1,000 tokens for their 32K context model.
Whoa, hold on. I need a quick translation here. What exactly does 32K context model mean for someone who you know isn't an AI engineer?
Great question. It refers to how much information the model can process at once. You can think of it like the AI's short-term memory. A 32K context model can handle much longer sequences of text, which is crucial for things like accurate translation or generating complex code.
Got it. So with this level of efficiency and affordability, where could we actually use this technology?
Well, just imagine running sophisticated AI directly on your smartphone.
Oh, wow.
Doubao is paving the way for this explosion of edge AI, where powerful AI capabilities are no longer limited to massive data centers.
That's incredible.
This could revolutionize everything from personalized healthcare to how we interact with our homes.
It sounds like we're on the verge of a major shift in how we think about AI. Okay, let's shift gears for a second and talk about NVIDIA and their QuantumX supercomputer. They're claiming some major breakthroughs in drug discovery, right?
Absolutely. NVIDIA has combined quantum-inspired architectures with AI to create QuantumX, which has resulted in an 80% speed increase in drug simulations.
80%.
To put that into perspective, the EU estimates this could save them $7.2 billion annually.
That's a staggering number. But what does that actually mean for, say, someone waiting for a life-saving drug?
Well, faster simulations mean researchers can analyze potential drugs and their effects much more quickly.
Okay.
This translates to bringing life-saving treatments to market years sooner, potentially saving countless lives and reducing development costs.
So instead of waiting a decade for a new drug, it could be available in, say, 5 years.
Exactly.
That's a game changer, especially for people with serious illnesses.
And we're already seeing real-world examples of this. Pfizer is using QuantumX to accelerate their cancer drug trials, which could potentially save them $200 million per drug, and more importantly, get those treatments to patients faster.
That's amazing to see AI making such a tangible impact in healthcare. Now let's talk about a development that has me really intrigued. DeepSeek R1. It's this open source AI model that's creating quite a buzz.
Oh yeah, DeepSeek R1 is fascinating.
What makes it so special?
What makes DeepSeek R1 so fascinating is its use of reinforcement learning. This means it can essentially learn by continuously improving itself through practice, much like humans do.
Interesting.
And it's capable of some remarkable feats, like coding a quantum physics demo in just 9 minutes.
9 minutes. That's
Oh.
faster than it takes me to order takeout.
Yeah.
What are the implications of this kind of technology being open source?
It's incredibly significant. Open source means that anyone can access, use, and modify the code. This opens up a world of possibilities for smaller companies, researchers, and independent developers who may not have the resources to build these complex AI models from scratch.
So it's like leveling the playing field for AI innovation.
Precisely. This open access to cutting-edge AI technology could lead to a surge of new applications and innovations that we haven't even imagined yet.
Wow. Speaking of innovation, Adobe Premiere Pro. The video editing software now features AI-powered visual search. I have to admit, as someone who spends way too much time scrubbing through video footage, this one really caught my eye.
Oh yeah, that's a cool one.
But how does it work?
It's a fantastic example of how AI is being integrated into everyday tools to enhance our productivity and creativity. Imagine being able to search through hours of video footage simply by typing in what you're looking for.
So no more endless scrubbing through timelines.
Exactly. You can literally type in a query like, find the clip with a skateboarder under a lens flare, and the AI will analyze your footage and pinpoint that exact moment.
That's incredible. But what about privacy? Is my footage being uploaded to some giant server for analysis?
No. Adobe has addressed that concern by designing the feature with privacy as a top priority.
Okay.
All the analysis happens locally on your computer, so your footage never leaves your device.
So you get the convenience of AI-powered search without compromising your privacy? That's a win-win.
It certainly is, and it highlights the growing trend of designing AI tools with user privacy in mind.
This has been an incredible journey so far. We've only just scratched the surface. But before we delve into the next set of breakthroughs, let's take a quick break to process everything we've learned.
Sounds good. We'll be right back with more fascinating insights from the world of AI. Welcome back. I'm eager to dive into more of these AI developments with you.
Me too. I'm still reeling from the fact that we might have AI assistants on our phones that are just as powerful as those giant supercomputers. It feels like something out of a science fiction movie.
It really is a testament to how fast this field is advancing. And speaking of those powerful AI assistants, one thing that's crucial is their ability to, understand and respond to complex requests. That's where the concept of context window comes in again.
Ah, yes. The 32K context model that Doubao developed, I remember you explaining it as the AI's short-term memory.
Exactly. The larger the context window, the more information the AI can process and retain, leading to more accurate and nuanced responses. Imagine having a conversation with an AI that can remember everything you've said, even if it's a really long and detailed conversation.
That would be amazing, especially for tasks like writing or research where you need to keep track of a lot of information.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And it's not just about text. With Dubao's incredibly efficient MoE architecture, we could see real-time translation for videos or live conversations. Imagine traveling to a foreign country and having your phone seamlessly translate everything you hear and see.
Whoa, that would be a game changer for travel. No more awkward hand gestures and fumbling through phrase books. But let's come back down to earth for a moment and talk about the potential downsides of all this powerful AI. We can't just ignore that aspect.
Right, that's a crucial aspect we can't ignore. As AI becomes more sophisticated and pervasive, we need to be mindful of the ethical implications and potential risks. For example, ensuring these systems are fair and unbiased is paramount.
Especially if we're talking about AI being used in areas like healthcare or hiring decisions.
hmm
You wouldn't want an AI making life-altering choices based on flawed data or biased algorithms.
Exactly. And that's why research and development in areas like responsible AI and AI governance are so important. It's not just about creating powerful AI, it's about creating AI that is beneficial and safe for everyone.
It sounds like we need a whole new set of guidelines and regulations to ensure that AI is developed and used responsibly.
You're absolutely right, and we're already seeing efforts in this direction. Organizations around the world are working to establish ethical frameworks and best practices for AI development.
Well, I'm certainly glad that people are thinking about these issues. It's reassuring to know that the potential downsides are being taken seriously.
Absolutely. It's a very complex challenge, but it's one we must address if we want to fully realize the positive potential of AI.
Okay. Speaking of positive potential, I want to circle back to something we discussed earlier. DeepSeek R1 and its open source nature. You mentioned that it could lead to a surge of innovation. Can you elaborate on that a little?
Sure. Imagine a world where anyone, regardless of their technical expertise or financial resources, can access and utilize state-of-the-art AI tools. That's the power of open source.
So it's not just about large corporations controlling the future of AI, but about empowering individuals and smaller companies to contribute to its development as well.
Precisely. It fosters collaboration and allows for a more diverse range of perspectives and applications to emerge. This could lead to solutions for problems we haven't even thought of yet, coming from unexpected corners of the world.
That's an exciting thought. It reminds me of the early days of the internet, where innovation was happening at such a rapid pace because the barriers to entry were so low.
It's a very apt comparison. Open source AI has the potential to unleash a similar wave of creativity and disruption.
This is all incredibly fascinating, but I have to admit I'm also feeling a bit overwhelmed. It's like the future's coming at us faster than we can process it.
I understand that feeling. The pace of change can be dizzying, But it's also an incredibly exciting time to be alive. We're witnessing the birth of a new technological era, and it's up to us to shape it responsibly.
That's a great way to put it. It's not just about being passive observers. We all have a role to play in guiding AI towards a positive future.
Absolutely. And I think the sense of agency is crucial. It's easy to feel powerless when you see such rapid technological advancements. But by staying informed, engaging in discussions like this one, and advocating for responsible AI development, we can empower ourselves to shape the future we want to see.
Well said. Now, I know we've touched on a lot of groundbreaking advancements, but is there anything else on the horizon that you're particularly excited about?
Well, there's always something new brewing in the world of AI, but one area that I'm particularly intrigued by is the development of more user-friendly AI interfaces.
What do you mean by user-friendly? Isn't AI already pretty accessible through things like voice assistants and smartphone apps?
Oh, those are definitely steps in the right direction, but I'm talking about interfaces that go beyond simple commands and responses.
So something that feels more like a natural interaction, like talking to another person.
Exactly. Researchers are exploring ways to make AI more intuitive and conversational, allowing users to interact with it in a more natural and human-like way.
That sounds incredible. But wouldn't that require AI to understand not just the words we're saying, but also the nuances of human emotion and intention?
That's precisely the challenge, and it's one that researchers are actively working on. Developments in fields like natural language processing and effective computing are paving the way for AI systems that can perceive and respond to human emotions.
Well, that opens up a whole new realm of possibilities. Imagine AI tutors that can adapt to a student's emotional state or virtual assistants that can sense when you're feeling stressed and offer support.
Those are just a few examples. The potential applications are truly limitless.
It sounds like we're on the cusp of a major breakthrough in human AI interaction. But before we get carried away dreaming of the future, let's bring the focus back to the present. We were discussing the remarkable capabilities of Dubao's MOE architecture. Are there any real-world applications we can see in action right now?
You're in luck. Doubao has actually released a series of live demos showcasing the power and efficiency of their MOE models. They've got everything from real-time translation to image generation to code completion, all running incredibly smoothly and at a fraction of the cost of traditional AI systems.
Wow, I definitely need to check those out. It's one thing to hear about these advancements, but it's another to actually see them in action.
I agree. Seeing is believing, and these demos really showcase the transformative potential of Dubao's technology.
I'm feeling incredibly inspired by everything we've discussed today. It's clear that AI is not just some futuristic concept, but a powerful force that's already shaping our world in profound ways.
And the journey is just beginning. As AI continues to evolve, we can expect even more groundbreaking discoveries and applications to emerge.
It's an exciting time to be following this field, and I have a feeling you, our listener, are probably just as eager as we are to see what the future holds. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've learned so far. This is a great time to pause and consider the implications of these advancements for your own life and work. We'll be back shortly to continue our deep dive into the world of AI. Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of AI. Before we completely shift gears, I wanted to touch on something you said earlier about user-friendly AI interfaces. You mentioned AI tutors and virtual assistants that can understand emotion. I have to admit that idea both excites and kind of creeps me out at the same time.
I understand that reaction. It's natural to feel a bit apprehensive when we think about technology blurring the lines between human and machine interaction. But just imagine the potential benefits. What if you had an AI tutor that could sense when you're getting frustrated and adjust its teaching style accordingly? Or a virtual assistant that could pick up on cues that you're feeling overwhelmed and suggest taking a break?
Okay, yeah, when you put it that way, it does sound pretty amazing. But how realistic is this, really? Can AI really understand human emotions that well?
It's definitely a rapidly evolving field, and while we're not quite there yet, researchers are making some incredible strides. They're developing algorithms that can analyze facial expressions, voice tones, and even physiological signals to infer emotional states.
So it's not just about understanding the words we're saying, but also the way we're saying them and the nonverbal cues we're giving off.
Exactly. It's about capturing the full spectrum of human communication, both verbal and nonverbal.
That's pretty incredible. It sounds like we're on the verge of a whole new level of human-AI interaction. But I do wonder about the ethical implications. If AI can understand our emotions, could it also be used to manipulate us?
That's a valid concern for sure, and it's something we need to be very mindful of as this technology develops. As with any powerful technology, there's always the potential for misuse. It's crucial that we develop ethical guidelines and regulations to ensure that AI is used responsibly and that people's privacy and autonomy are protected.
I'm glad to hear you say that. It's reassuring to know that these concerns are being taken seriously.
Absolutely. Responsible AI development is paramount. We need to make sure that these technologies are used to enhance human well-being, not to exploit or manipulate people.
Okay, good. Well said. Now, before we wrap up this incredible deep dive, I wanted to circle back to something that really stuck with me. The idea of edge AI. It's still a bit mind-boggling to think that we could soon have AI as powerful as supercomputers running on our smartphones. What are some of the real-world applications you're most excited about?
Oh, the possibilities are truly endless, but let me just paint a few pictures for you. Imagine a world where your smartphone can instantly diagnose skin conditions or provide personalized fitness recommendations based on real-time data from wearable sensors.
That would be amazing. No more waiting weeks for a doctor's appointment or guessing at which workout routine is best for you.
Exactly. And think about the implications for smart homes. Imagine an AI system that can anticipate your needs, adjusting the temperature, lighting, and even music to create the perfect ambiance.
Whoa! It sounds like we're stepping into the world of science fiction, but it's actually becoming a reality. It's both exciting and a little bit daunting to think about all the changes that are coming.
I understand that feeling. But remember, we're not just passive observers in this technological revolution. We have the power to shape its direction and ensure that it benefits all of humanity.
That's an important reminder. It's easy to get caught up in the awe and wonder of it all, but we need to stay grounded and engage in thoughtful discussions about the ethical implications of AI.
I couldn't agree more. The future of AI is not predetermined. It's something we're actively creating through our choices and actions.
And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the world of AI. We've covered a lot of ground today, from those mind-blowing cost reductions to quantum-powered supercomputers, to the ethical considerations of emotion-aware AI. It's been a whirlwind tour of the latest advancements and the incredible potential they hold for the future.
It really has been a fascinating journey, and I hope you, our listener, are leaving with a sense of both excitement and a renewed appreciation for just how complex this field is.
Remember, this is just the beginning of the AI revolution. New discoveries are being made every day, and the possibilities are truly limitless.
So stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay engaged in the conversation about how we shape the future of AI.
Well said. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, and we'll see you next time for another fascinating exploration of the world of technology and innovation.